Okay, this training is going to cover your basic text editing using your formatter tool. The formatter tool is something built into the CMS that allows you to make edits without having to understand or know HTML. It does all those changes for you, all the formatting. So I'm on the About LIndsay Turkey page. I'm going to go to that history page that we were working on in the last training, where we added our slideshow with the captions, the title, the menu title being separate, the text, and our sidebar CTAs. And I want to show you how to use the formatter tool. Now remember, when you're logged into CMS, you're going to have your interface here where you can go to do stuff, find stuff. You can also see your visitors, conversions, and you'll have all your edit buttons here for all the different content types that are on a page. If you want to look at it without these buttons or the CMS interface, hit escape to be able to preview the page and escape again to bring back the CMS. Okay, so to edit this page, I'm going to go to Content, Edit, and this is your formatter tool right here. You do have the option to toggle between full screen mode. This is the icon at the top of your formatter tool. There's a bunch of different tools that you can use here, and this one right here is just a square box, bluish box. You click on that and it opens up the larger version of the formatter tool. If you want to go back to save it, you just click on the toggle back and it takes you back to this screen where you can go down to save. Whenever you are copying and pasting from a document, you're going to want to most likely paste that text into the HTML raw editor. If you're working in just a basic text editor that does not have any formatting, then you can paste it into the formatter. If you're working in Word or another application that has formatting applied to the text, then you're going to want to paste it first into your raw HTML editor. Alright, in your toolbar at the top of your formatter, to the left of that toggle is this Edit HTML source. Okay, and you can see that it opens up the HTML here. I'm going to go grab some text from a Word document. I'll copy it and I will paste it into the raw HTML editor. Hit update and the text is there. If you want to have line breaks, just go in there, do that, and then you can do your formatting here, bolding things if you need to, linking text to PDFs or to other pages on your website, bullet lists, numbering, inserting images, which we'll cover, as well as then adding links to PDFs or other pages. Okay, so now that I have it pasted in there, I've made all my changes that I want to make in the formatter tool. I'll click Save, and you can see where I bolded this, the line break there, and that is your text. Okay? I'm going to go back to Content Edit, and I'm going to insert a link here. Alright, so let's say you want to have some text linked to a page. All you do is simply highlight the word or the text that you want to link, and you click on this Insert Edit Link icon. In fact, I'm going to go to the full screen mode so you guys can see the larger version. Highlight the text that I want to link, and there's a chain icon that becomes active. It's the Insert Edit Link icon. Click on that, and you have your Insert Edit Link window. If it is an external website, you put in the full URL. Okay, I have this one saved, including the HTTP on our website, newfangled.com. And since I'm linking to an external website, I'm going to set my target to open link in a new window. You have two options here: open a link in the same window and open a link in a new window. This is really up to you, but I would recommend when linking off to other sites to have them open up in a new window so that you keep users on your page in a different window or tab. And if you're linking within your site, most likely you're going to want to just link it within the same window. For this one, I'm selecting new window. In your title field, this is for screen readers accessibility. You're just describing that link, and I will say Newfangled website. Click insert, and now you can see that link has been inserted. Now if I want to link to a page within my site, highlight the word or text that you want to link, hit that insert edit link icon, which is that chain, and then it's just everything after the .com or the link macro that we talked about in the last training. Okay, so I'll go through both of these. If it is your link macro, you put in pound CMS ID number. Every page has a CMS ID number. And this is the Contact Us page, 1023. All right, pound CMS ID number pound. And I'm going to have it open in the same window. And I'm going to say Contact Us. Okay, and I'll click Insert here. And then let's say the other option you can do there when inserting links to your page is just putting in, to your website, excuse me, is just putting in everything after the /. So if there's an about page, I'll put in /about, open link in same window, and about us page is my description. Insert. Okay, now I want to toggle back to that smaller screen mode so I can save my changes. Okay, so you can see that this one is going to open in a new window to the newfangled page. This one goes to your Contact Us page. And I think there's a page called About on here. I'm not positive, but let's see. Okay, so that I need to go in and set up a page called About, but it would take you to the correct page if that was set up there. Okay, you can also link to PDFs using this tool. And I'm going to highlight the text that I want to link to a PDF. There's other options for PDFs as well on your site. You have a related sidebar widget for related documents that you can use, but if you're wanting just to link text in there, you can go and do it this way. Okay, so I've highlighted the text that I want to link to that PDF, and I'm going to go back to my edit in my toggle full screen mode. So I'm going to click on that, and I'll highlight this text that I want to be a link. Once again, the chain icon is the insert edit link. And instead of putting in the URL here, I go in and find the document that I want. Click Browse, and I have a sample PDF I'm going to put in. Click Upload File, Target, New Window, and this is going to say Test PDF, or whatever description you want to put in there. Okay, I will toggle back to my smaller screen and click Save. And now this, oh, I clicked the wrong link, I'm sorry. Opens up that PDF. Okay. All right, so that is inserting links. You can also add images via the formatter. And let's say I want to have a larger image display under this text. I put my cursor where I want it to go, below that paragraph. And you see there's a tree icon. Let me go back to my edit full screen mode. There's a tree icon where you can insert images. Now these are going to be separate from your image library. You're not going to be pulling in those images. You're going to be just pulling in unique images that you want. Click on that. And you can reference image URLs on your site if you want, but you can go in and find other ones. I'm going to click Browse, and I'm going to put in this image here. Click Open, click Upload. Now, I'll put in my image description. That's for accessibility, just best practices to give an image a description. And I'm going to say this is a test image. The alignment. Now you'll notice you have different options here. So I'm going to say that I want the image to be at the bottom of that text, but then you can also put additional text below that image, but we'll just say bottom for now. Dimensions. You can downsize if you want. You can even upsize by dragging the image once it's in the formatter. I would highly recommend against upsizing though, simply because you're going to lose quality in the image. Downsizing is not going to be an issue. Okay, you also have your border. I'm going to leave that as 0, vertical space and horizontal space. This affects the spacing between the images and the text, or just the spacing around the image in general. So you don't have as much control as to like a left versus right. It's either both. So if you're going to set that, it's going to be on both sides. Same with vertical. So I'm going to show you another trick later to go into the HTML to refine that a little more. But just for these vertical ones, that's not a big deal. You can go in and put something because you're going to want some margins to the above and below that image. But for now, I'm just going to keep it as is. Okay, you can see that image. Like I said, you can. Once you have that, you can. Oops, sorry about that. I didn't get the thing to. Let me go in and add that image back. Okay. You can drag this to resize or change those numbers within there to make it smaller. Like I said, I would not make it larger. Okay. Now, I'm just going to put in some text below that. Okay, so I can set a return here, put in some additional text, go back to my toggle full screen mode. You can see that the image and that new text is there. Click Save. Okay, so you can see that image is there. All right, now these are optional. Using the images for the formatter, you do have 3 hard-coded areas that is covered in the previous training where you can go in and put those smaller images in. Going back to select edit for the page, and just another overview of the formatter. I'm going to go back to my edit toggle full screen mode, and I want to show you how you can put in different subheadlines. I'm going to copy some text and paste it above, and I'm going to highlight that because I want to make that one of my subheadlines. So right here I have this drop down option. Paragraph is just your basic text font, the font for your site, and then you have a large intro text, which is a little larger than your paragraph, your section header, which is a H2, and your section subheader, which is your H3. I'm going to go in and assign a H2 to this. And you can see it's larger title there. And then I'll go in and click Save. Okay, and you can see there that there's your H2 title. You can do the same for your H3. He is still working on some design applications, so these will probably change a little bit, and there'll be some additional spacing below that. Okay, that covers everything for using your formatter tool. For now, I'll do some advanced image control in a future training.